to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me while I talk about 5 ways I changed my outlook on life to be more positive, and a couple tips I can give to you guys about self-confidence, how to build it and how to maintain it, while we also do a very cute fall inspired, like warm chocolatey brown, like orangey fall full glam. We're going full glam today just because I feel like it. So you guys stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you soon. Alright, you guys, I already did my brows. I actually did them a little bit more how I would consider natural today. I used my Anastasia brow tint and I just like brushed it through, put a little bit of Anastasia clear brow gel, and then carved them out with concealer, left it at that. No brow pencil, no nothing, because I don't want my brows and my eyeshadow to start clashing. So I am going to start off by priming my eyelids with a little bit of concealer. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 20, color 20 Sand, and I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids, prime it out. We're going to get started. So I just like to apply it under where I blend, because I blend my eyebrow concealer to about here. So I like to apply the eyeshadow like base, the concealer, under that, and then blend the two lines together so that it's not too much on your lid, because then I feel like it'll start to look cakey. I'm going to use the same double-ended brush and I'm going to start blending this out until it sets. And then we're going to hop into the eyeshadow. And I'm not wiping, I'm just like slightly, just like dabbing this into the base of my eyelid. And I bring this from the corner of my nose all the way out to the edge of my eye. Alright, and then I'm going to set this with a little bit of Maybelline loose powder. I'm going to use the light medium color, and I'm just going to, again, before this creases, make sure you blend it out if it does start to crease. I'm going to set this with a little bit of the Maybelline loose setting powder in light medium. I like to like pour a little bit of it out onto like a little flat dish or like an empty container, just so that it's easier to apply to my eyelids with my double-ended small powder brush. And then I just, again, just dab this just to set that base. And then if there's any excess, just kind of after you dab and set that base, just and again, this has like a bit of like color to it. It has a tone to it, so I feel like it's also adding more coverage to your eyelids so that your eyeshadows pop even more. Because we want our eyeshadows to pop. But now that we're done with that, we're gonna get straight into our eyeshadow. Actually, I'm gonna use this mirror. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to use this mirror because this eyeshadow palette does not have a mirror, but it's still quality, still affordable. I'm going to use the ColourPop Double Entendre palette. Again, this is like a drugstore. You can find this at Target, Ulta. Less than $10, less than $15, I believe. I've had this palette, love it. I'm going to get started with a fluffy blender brush right here. And I'm going to take this color, this warm orangey color, and I'm going to blend this as a transition shade into my lid, up at the top of my upper lid. But to get started with my open-ended conversation for today, one of the 5 ways, because I journaled out 5 ways before I started filming this video. One of the 5 ways I changed my outlook on life and I became more optimistic and more positive about the life that I'm living is that I literally wrote it out like this. It's called I changed myself from a pessimistic Patty to an optimistic Olivia. And how I did that was, again, my mom has this saying that's just like, you have to look at everything as a positive. You gotta see the positive in every perceived negative. So that's basically what I just said. I said it in different words. Honestly, when I feel a little bit like negative about the world, the outlook on life and stuff like that, my personal outlook on life, or just like the world around me is causing me to feel like negative or like kind of off put about like any type of circumstances, anything that I have going on in my life, it'll push me into a very pessimistic, very like negative type of mood. Pessimistic Patty. It's not fun to be a pessimistic Patty. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not fun. It will dampen your mood. You'll never be able to see the light, the good things and everything. You'll never be able to see the positive to the perceived negative in your life. So basically what I do is I take the time. You have to be, first of all, you have to build a certain sense of self-awareness. You have to be very aware of when you're pulling yourself into that pessimistic Patty type of mood, when everything just is a problem. Even when there's no problem, you can turn something into a problem just because that's the type of negative energy that's floating around you, or that's the negative outlook that you have at that moment. You have to build a sense of self-awareness, and when you build that sense of self-awareness, you're able to then identify when you're just like, oh, I'm being a bit pessimistic right now, that's not good. And then you take that self-inventory of yourself. Self-inventory is so important. Taking that time to sit down by yourself and just like look at the things that you're doing right, look at the things that you're doing wrong, and how you can change them accordingly to make your rights even better, make more rights, and change your wrongs into something positive. So one of the best things I did to change my outlook on life was, again, to build that sense of self-awareness. And when I feel as if I'm being pessimistic or the outside world is affecting me in a way where I can't see the positive in the things around me, need to sit down, take a self-inventory, address why I feel like that, and then pull myself into that optimistic Olivia standpoint. And that optimistic Olivia is someone who sees the positive to every perceived negative. That optimistic Olivia is the one who wakes up every day and gets what they need to do done. And I'm not saying you have to get everything done. Like, if you don't achieve what you got set out in a day or in like a week or something, that doesn't make you any less than. It's more about achieving your goals and doing it thoroughly and thoughtfully, rather than trying to rush things, because it's quality over quantity. You never want to rush things, especially anything that's very important to you. You just want to take the time to make sure that you're doing the things that you love and the things that you want to accomplish as thoroughly as you possibly can and thoughtfully. You don't want to, like, goals, aspirations, dreams, don't rush that. Again, when you're in that pessimistic Patty mindset, you can kind of rush. You can rush that. And it's not good to rush goals, things that you care about, just to like keep up with like a societal expectation or a negative expectation of someone else. Don't do that. So I'm also, because I just got this idea just now, I planned this out in my head, but I'm gonna take this blush color and I'm gonna go over that color just to like kind of warm it up, because this is kind of like an orange toned warm blush. This is the Pure Complexion palette in medium tan, and I'm just gonna add a couple dabs of that just over that color I just blended out, just to warm it up and give it a nice, because this eyeshadow look is all matte. It has a bit of shimmer to it, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit, but it's mostly matte. We're gonna do matte lips as well. I feel like that's more accustomed for a fall full glam. So now that I've blended that color in and I've just like blended it out all over my edges, my upper crease, all of that stuff, I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to go into the Double Entendre palette again, and I'm going to take this warm brown color and I'm going to bring it close for you guys. It has a bit of shimmer in it. It's so pretty. And I'm going to pat this across my lids, and then I'm going to blend it out with that same fluffy brush into like my transition area. And I love how this brown color has the slightest bit of warmth to it. It's so pretty. I love it. And all like smoky eyes, they always look they look a little funny before you blend it out. So don't worry, we're gonna blend this out. But I'm just worried about like packing that color on there to get it nice and pigmented. Moving on into the second reason that I have turned, like, not the second reason, but the second way I have turned my life into being more like optimistic, more positive and stuff like that, is that you have to take happiness from the little things. You have to be able to find love, peace, and contentment in the little things in life. I feel like we live in a society today where it's so fast paced, and we are almost taught or indoctrinated into believing that we can only take like happiness out of the big goals, the big things in life. Well, people don't have big spectacles to do big to-dos in their life every single day of their lives. They're gonna go through goals or achieve goals, milestones, whatever, but that doesn't, just because you may have just got out of bed, done your chores, and took a shower and went to sleep, that doesn't mean that that's not something to be happy about. You should be happy about taking care of yourself. You should be happy about getting done what you need to get done, and getting it done in a way where, again, I'm taking that same fluffy brush and I'm blending that color out, and we're just gonna go back and forth just to blend that color out so that there's no harsh lines. I might take a little bit, dab a little bit of the brush. I'm dabbing just lightly, just boop, and I'm gonna use that to like blend this color up into my transition area. But like I was saying, I feel as if it is so important to just find happiness in the little things, even if it's not, okay, household chores. Finding happiness and just like doing something small for yourself, even if it's like taking a walk. It's getting a little chilly out, but I still like to take walks and stuff. Taking a walk through your favorite park, taking a drive by your favorite place, going to take care of yourself. I feel like, again, we live in a society where stuff like that is either seen as like somewhat of a waste of your time, or it's just like you have to achieve something like big, grand, like show worthy, like you just did all of these things and that's the only time you could really be proud. No, you need to find happiness in every aspect of your life, from the big things to the small things. That is so important, and that's the one of the biggest ways, honestly. I should have made this number one, but that's one of the biggest ways I've been able to just like achieve a sense of just like optimism in my life, by just taking the time to be grateful, thanking God, thanking, again, I'm an omnist, whoever you believe in, taking the time to believe and just like give thanks for what you have, what you've achieved, whether that's little, big, in between, and being happy about that will definitely bring more optimism into your life. You know, happy fall, y'all. Pumpkin spice break. But I'm going to move on into the other eye and to start doing the same thing, blend that lid out. Just tap into that same brown color and use that to just like bring that into the transition. And blend accordingly. I love a good like smoky eye in the fall. I just feel like it's very flattering. And then I'm gonna take that same flat brush and just go back and just like make sure across my lid that that color didn't get washed out from that blending. And then just make sure that everything, the key to a good smoky eye, just go off on a little tangent about the makeup, is to make sure that it is thoroughly blended. You don't want any harsh lines of demarcation. Even if you gotta sit here and for a minute, you gotta blend it out. Blend. When in doubt, blend. But I'm just gonna, because I feel as if it's not really blended right here in my inner corner. Alright. I'm liking that. Very cute. And honestly, I'm not gonna add any liner to this as well, just lashes when we get to that point. I'm liking that. Very fit for the season. So we are going to hop into our complexion and I'll be right back, you guys. Hi you guys, we're back. So I'm going to use my Juvia's Place I Am Magic Radiance Foundation. This is in the color 430 Rio. I took like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my wet beauty blender. And again, a new tip I've learned from just like watching other YouTubers and stuff. I don't want to look like, because again, this is a smoky eye and it's already like kind of a lot going on my eyelids. I don't want to put too much makeup on my face and look cakey or leery. So I learned that it's best to start the bulk of your foundation from the outer edge of your face and blend it in. So for example, after you do that, when you go into your concealer, there's not too many layers of foundation makeup on your face. So I'm just gonna start. I'm literally gonna bring my foundation, bring it around town like SpongeBob said. And I'm going to blend it all the way across, all the way, and then I'm just gonna bring it into the center of my face. Make sure that I'm blending it. Oh, I'm blending it down my neck and chin into my ears and stuff, just to make sure that it blends. And then I'm gonna start bringing it to the middle of my face. But while I'm doing that, the third way I have been able to become more like optimistic in my life and just in general, routine, self-care, self-love. I cannot express that enough. Routine, self-care, self-love. And acting a very, like, I don't want to say strict, but a very, again, thorough routine of self-care, a routine of everything from hygiene to personal care to self-care days, taking that time to take care of yourself and do the things that you want to do. Just just like taking the time to go in the mirror and literally say positive affirmations to yourself. Like I do. I will talk to myself in the mirror and tell myself after I do my makeup, wow, girl, you did that. Like you did that. Like after this, I'm gonna be in the mirror like, girl, you did that, because I already can tell this is gonna come out exactly how I expected it to. Blend down my nose just to go off on another tangent. And just, again, don't forget your ears. Don't forget blending it down your neck. And then once you get to a place where you feel as if you're happily blended, you're going to go back in. You're going to start your concealer in your usual get down. But again, I honestly can say, like, I have never been more optimistic on my life output. I have my moments and stuff where I pull into that pessimistic Patty type of attitude, like how I said. But honestly, what I can say is that, what was I about to say? What I can say is, honestly, taking care of myself and being thoughtful with it has honestly just like, I grew up on this premise that you can't take care of other people until you take care of yourself. So the best way to put yourself into an optimistic standpoint is to take care of yourself first. Not be selfish with it, because unless it's absolutely necessary, I don't believe in being selfish at all. But making sure you take that time to just like be yourself, be comfortable, be happy, that will do wonders for building optimism in your life. Because it's just like, we live in like this fast-paced society again, that I feel like, again, just like being able to just like be comfortable with who you are, taking care of yourself, is kind of seen as like a negative. You should want to be happy just taking care of yourself. Everything is not transactional, you know. Taking care of yourself shouldn't be a condition in the sense that I have to get XYZ done today before I can like do a face mask, or have my favorite cup of coffee, or sit down and just like read a book, or just like have some me time. That should not be conditional to like your goals or what you have to do throughout the day. Take that time no matter what you do in your life, what you're doing in your day-to-day like routine. Make sure that you take that time. It'll definitely build optimism. Drink my coffee. It's a self-care to that one. But I'm going to take my beauty blender on the other side where I like to blend out my concealer, and I'm going to start to blend that concealer out and blend it up. And just blend accordingly. Making sure that I also like to really make sure I get into that under eye crease, because I hate when my under eyes crease. Blend along the side of your nose. I like to blend in my chin. And then I'm gonna blend on my forehead. And just to snatch my nose contour, I like to let that just completely like dry down on my nose. The line I put on my nose, I like to let that completely dry down before I blend it out. All right, and then we're gonna take our Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder, again in light medium. I'm gonna dump a little bit more out. And then on my small powder brush, ooh, I dropped it. Hold on, you guys. My loose powder brush, I'm gonna go in, make sure, I literally will squint. Make sure that's blended out nice and flat. And then just gonna lightly bake my face. all of my chin. And then right across my forehead. I'm gonna blend my forehead just a little bit, just to make sure we're nice and blended. Okay, so far so good. Okay, we're gonna move into our contouring and the rest of our complexion. But moving on into the next thing that I did to build more optimism in my life, it ties into the last one. Allow yourself rest. Tying back into society at large that we live in, I feel as if it's like it's like no such thing anymore as like work hard, play hard. You just work hard and then you work hard again. Allowing yourself rest physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually is just so important to be optimistic. Because again, I feel like if you're just like constantly just working, you again will turn into that pessimistic Patty, and then you won't be able to see the small things in life. You won't be able to just like sit and just relax, take a breath for yourself, and just make sure you take care of yourself, because you're constantly working, you're constantly trying to achieve a goal. What's it called? Like the toxic hustle culture. If you don't take a break, you will succumb to that toxic hustle culture. And I believe in getting it how you need to get it. Don't stop, don't quit, but you definitely need to take a break. Like, it's a marathon, not a race. And part of resting, in like what I just said, it's a marathon, not a race. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Do not compare yourself to other people in the sense of how many times you take a rest, you take a break. It's a matter of, if you see somebody, they just achieve a goal, they just achieve something, and you might be on a rest day or a rest week or something, whatever you see fit. Don't see yourself as less than because you just decided to take a break to take care of you. Because again, you want to be thorough and thoughtful with achieving your goals and moving like forward through your life. You do not want to sit and just like rush into everything, because it's quality over quantity. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's quality over quantity. So you just want to be able to sit, be comfortable in sitting, be comfortable in relaxing, be comfortable in like resting your mind, resting your body, resting your spirit. It's never a bad thing to do that. Rest is essential. So I'm going through, patting in, I'm buffing in kind of my contour, blending it out. Buff it into my hairline. Make sure there's no harsh lines of demarcation. And because this is a snatched full glam, we're trying to snatch the face. I'm gonna go back in with my small brush and I'm just gonna like carve out my contour just a little bit. Just carve out my contour on both sides and kind of let that bake with the rest of my face. Make sure your cheekbones are even, y'all. And then I'm going to, even though this is a matte, all matte look, I don't like for my face to look matte. I do like to look somewhat glowy with my full glam looks. I'm going to take my Anastasia Glow Kit. I'm going to take the color right here in the corner, bronzed. And I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to go over my contour and just lightly bronze my face. Just have some warmth, some sparkle, and some glow into my face. Just go through and just warm that face right up. Make sure taking the time to warm that face up, and then after we do that, we are going to blend and do our nose contour. So I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. And then again, I'm gonna go back in with that powder brush and I'm going to set that just to make sure it doesn't crease. And then we'll go in and we'll contour our nose. I like to take, for my nose contour, there is a specific brush I've been liking to use lately. It's kind of like this, like, it's a fan brush, but it's not really fanned out. It's like a condensed, I'm gonna call it a condensed fan brush. I'm gonna take that contour color. I'm not gonna bronze my nose. I'm just gonna take that contour color, a couple taps. That's all you need. Make sure you tap off the excess. I'm just gonna contour, bring it up. Make sure you bring it all the way up to your brow bone and blend it out. And just contour that nose. Contour your nose. Make sure you blend it out. And bring it all the way up to the hollows of your nose. Then I'm gonna go back in with that powder one more time and make sure that I just clean up and that contour is exactly how I want it to enhance my nose. Getting into one of the last ways I have built more optimism, more of a positive outlook into my life is that, again, said it before, said it again, but this one again is one of the most, I wish I could make all of these number one, but there's 5 separate ways. It is so important to see the positive in life. Like, do not let anything, do not let anyone turn you into like this just pessimistic, just not able to see anything good in life, just kind of just like droll person. Make sure that even like literally, I found peace in the fact that when I was cleaning up yesterday, I found a little bitty ladybug on my wall. I see ladybugs as good luck. I feel like that's like a universal sign of good luck. I was so happy. Like, I was so happy to find that little ladybug. I was like, oh, look at it. It's so cute. It's spots. Got so many spots. Even if it's as small as finding a ladybug, find happiness in that. Find peace. Find the joy in nature. Find peace in the things that other people usually take for granted. Doing that opens up a window for you to be able to just like be kinder, that goes into like the next part of my video, but just be kinder, be nicer, just be more happy to just wake up every day, be happy that you're happy, you're breathing, you're healthy, you're taken care of, your bills are paid, your fridge is full. Be happy about that. A lot of people take stuff like that for granted, but I choose not to, because unfortunately there are people in this world that have less than what I have, and it's just like, I'm not saying it because I look down on them, but it's just like, you can be in a way worse, I'm blending out the powder on my face, but you can be in a way worse position than you are now. So just take thanks, give thanks to God, give thanks to whoever you believe in, give thanks to the people and the places, the things that you have, and just be happy. Make sure that you reside in that, and that it's something that you take precedence over in your life, and you just let it be something that you bring positivity out of. Don't let yourself get to the point where you take even the smallest things for granted. You always want to be thankful for every single thing that you have, even if it's seen as a small thing or something that's just technically like a given in life. Even though there are certain things that people perceive to be just a given in life, like I said, there's people in way worse situations and have way bigger things and whatnot to deal with. So always make sure that you're thankful for every single thing that you have. We're gonna move into the rest of our complexion, lashes and stuff in a minute. I just gotta make sure, I want to reorganize my stuff. Again, organization is another thing that brings like optimism in your life. I mean, that's simply stated. I can't elaborate into that more. So I'm just going to organize my stuff for a second off camera. Then we're gonna get right back into the rest of our makeup look. So be back soon, you guys. I'm back, y'all. So again, moving into the second half of the topics I want to talk about in the rest of my video, how I built self-confidence. This one is so important, especially in the day and the time that we live in as of recently. One of the most important things that I have like become accustomed to by building self-confidence, and then before I get into that, Maybelline Snapscara Waterproof Black, waterproof mascara, best friend. Other mascaras tend to like crumble. I love the Maybelline waterproof mascara because it never crumbles, it never fails, it never like, you know, you kind of get like that residue under your eye. Never with this one. So I'm just gonna apply a light coat of mascara because I am gonna put on lashes. But okay, leading into what I want to talk about next, building my self-esteem. One of the most important things that I have done just to, again, build my self-esteem, be comfortable with yourself in every version of yourself. Whether that version is you sweatpants, no makeup, no full glam, no smoky eye, or you're full glammed up to the max. Be comfortable with every aspect of you. We live in such a, I don't even want to say such a, but we live in a somewhat superficial society in the sense that you may or may not be only acceptable if you're dressed down to the max and you have on this full face of makeup and everything is from a designer brand and everything is just like what society would see as perfect goals, you know, outfit goals, hair goals. Be comfortable with yourself. Just as you woke up out the bed, that person is just as worthy as the completely made up and done up version of you. I'm gonna take my Ardell clear lash glue and I'm taking a full lash today. I'm going to use these like short wispy cat eyelashes, and I'm just gonna apply these as usual with some tweezers to make sure I get them on there. But make sure, back to what I was saying, make sure you are 100% comfortable with exactly who you are. Like, for instance, I went, what was I doing? Oh, that snapshot snacks that y'all saw a couple days ago, those muffins, yo, they did not last. Just to go off on a tangent, those muffins did not last like 48 hours. Like, when I say, my mom gave me a 10 out of 10 too. She's like, girl, these is mad good. How the heck you did that? I was like, oh, thank you, mom. But I'm sorry, but like, I went out, I wasn't made up, I wasn't looking any type of way, no full glam, no smoky eye, nothing. I just literally had on leggings, a t-shirt, and some sandals to just go get a can of pumpkin, because to make pumpkin spice muffins you need pumpkin. And again, I feel as if, again, I live in a small town. I live in somewhat of what I would see as a superficial society. I felt as if people were looking at me like, oh, well, she's not made up today. Like, isn't that the makeup girl? Why she don't got no makeup on? And it's just like, it didn't sway my confidence. It didn't make me feel any less than. It didn't make me feel like any type of way. It was just like, I was kind of questioning why people was clocking me so hard. But like, it was a sense that, like, understand about yourself and bring yourself to that sense that you need to be comfortable with every version of yourself. Like I said, whether that's sweatpants with a hair scarf, or leggings and a shirt and some sandals, quick Walmart run. Like, I have this like rule where it's just like, if I'm going somewhere, for the most part, if I'm going somewhere like Walmart, or if I'm going somewhere like literally the corner store, again, I grew up in the hood, the trenches, go to the corner store, you need something. Like, if I'm going out somewhere and I don't see it as like a big to do, I'm not gonna sit here and put on my best outfit. I'm not gonna sit here, I just spent like X amount of time doing laundry and whatnot, and then I'm gonna sit here and put on a full outfit to go out for 5 minutes just to feel as if I need to impress somebody, or I need to just like be glammed up to the nines just to keep up this, like, how I would see it as a persona. We aren't like, I would hope that you don't go to sleep with makeup. Don't go to sleep with makeup. That, and don't wake up with makeup. That is terrible for your skin. But be comfortable with every aspect of you, no matter what you look like, no matter what you like, no matter even beyond like makeup and stuff like that, no matter what your build is, tall, skinny, bigger bones, smaller, where you get your clothes, how you do not let anybody sit there and like judge you because you chose to show up a little dressed down that day. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it other than you're literally not dressed up like 100% of the time. You don't go to sleep in your best fit. You don't wake up in your best fit. I hope that you don't. Like, I want to see how many times you do laundry in a week if you literally go to sleep and wake up in a full glam, and you go to sleep in your best fit and you wake up in your best fit. That's not feasible. That's not practical. So it's just like, be comfortable with every aspect, every version of yourself. I can't stress that enough. I'm just as comfortable with myself in sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on, as the song said, as I am with a full glam, a full beat of face. Like, I know that it's the content of my character. It's who I am inside. It's who I choose to be as a person. Other than that outside, superficial, outer shell of myself. It's about what's inside, what's in your heart. How kind can you be? What's the content of your character? Are you waking up every day and you're choosing to be an optimistic person, a good person, someone that'll help someone out that's in need, someone that will like be a good friend, be a good comrade, be a good person? Like, it's about that. It's not about what is on the outside, because again, that's on the outside. That's not what's in your heart. That's not what's in your spirit. That's not what's in your being. So it should not run you, and it should not have that much precedence over your life. But it's also important in the same aspect, on the other side of that coin, to take the time to dress up for yourself, take care of yourself. Make sure that when it is an occasion when you need to dress up, look your best, feel your best, make sure you're taking that time to do self-care. Put time into your appearance. That's a way to build positivity and optimism in your life, and that's a form of self-care, building your self-confidence, sitting there and making the time to just like doll yourself up, glam yourself up, like how I'm doing today. Gotta be quiet to put this eyelash on. We gotta focus. Oops. I know my eyelash is not completely on. I'm like, if you guys can see, got a little tear, trying to blink that tear away. Ooh, Jesus be offense, Lord. I just poked myself in the eye, but it's okay. As long as that lash is on there and it's as close to the lash line as we possibly can without poking me in the eye, we're good. It's all good in the hood. All right. That's good. We like it. Very pretty. So now I'm going to take a fluffy flat brush and I'm going to take that same eyeshadow palette that we used for our eyes. And I'm going to do, you always want to do bottom eyelash eyeshadow to bring, oops, excuse me, a sense of cohesiveness into your eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take that same orange color that I blended into my transition area, pat that on there, and I'm just going to blend this across blend this across 2/3 of my eye. Make sure that you blend that right up into your top eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna take that same brown sparkly shadow and I'm gonna blend that the outer 1/3 of my eye, so kind of like just to shade my my lower eyelid, and just kind of bring that up into the top. All right, and I just want to when I put my lashes on, I then like to go in and make sure that I just press them down just to make sure they're on the eyelash line and we don't have any liftage. Then we're gonna go in and add a nice healthy coat of bottom mascara, same mascara. All right, very cute. And I'm going to go in with just like a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of this highlighter in my inner corner, just to highlight my inner corner and bring the whole look together. I'm just gonna bring that up kind of into the whole eyeshadow look. And move into my next topic. One of the second ways, and again, one of the most important ways I've been able to like build self-confidence in myself, is being grateful and thankful for all of my God-given abilities, talents, hobbies, etc. From makeup, arts and crafts, content creation, website building. I could toot my own horn and go on forever, but I'm not going to do that. I give thanks, and I'm thankful for all of the God-given abilities that I have been blessed with, because we all have talents, we all have things that we're good at, we all have things that we should be thankful for in that aspect. And to give thanks for that and to be grateful for it, it's a good way to look at yourself and take that self-inventory in a positive way and see that everybody has something good about themselves. Everybody has something that they can be grateful for. Everybody has something that is worth taking pride in. Not too much pride. Make sure you keep yourself humble. But everybody has something that's worth taking pride in, that they are good at. Everybody has something good about them. I'm a firm believer. Everybody has something good about them. I'm gonna take my blush brush, and I'm going to take my Juvia's Place. I'm gonna take my warm bronze palette. I know it's in here. I literally have a box of palettes, y'all. They all over. Well, never mind. It's not in here, I don't think. So I'm going to do an alternate. I'm going to take the Morphe. This is the 350 Fierce by Nature palette. I feel like it has a comparable color in there. I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to use it as a blush. So I'm just going to make sure I tap off the excess, and I'm going to apply that as a blush. Just lightly pat it in and just use that to warm up my face. Go back in, make sure you tap off that excess, and use that to just warm up the face just a little bit. There, perfect. So now that I've added a little bit of blush, I've warmed up my face, I'm gonna go back in with this blush, kind of just like lightly put it around my temples, just a little bit, just to give my face some color. Put it around my temples. Just gonna go over, gloss over, and then I'm gonna take my highlighter brush from Morphe. This is the Morphe R36 brush, and I'm going to take my MAC. This is the Flashing Ice Extra Dimension Skin Finish Trio, and this is a medium deep. I love this this highlighter in like the fall, for like nice fall looks. Take that on my Morphe brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna highlight the high points of my cheeks, my eyelashes, above my eyelashes, on my brow bone. make sure I do like a little exclamation point on my nose right here, right there. And then I'm just gonna go in, even though I said I'm not gonna use a brow like pencil, I feel like I lost a little bit of the tails of my eyebrows just through blending. So I'm just gonna go in, just lightly bring the tails of my brows back so that they don't look rounded. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get into our lips. I put on a little bit of chapstick before I started filming just to make sure that we're nice and hydrated. It is the fall, the air is a little bit more colder. Keep everything hydrated, y'all. So I'm going to go in with my usual brown lip liner. It is in the color C68901. Got it from Dollar Tree. Like I said, it's good to moisturize your lips before you use a matte lip. I'm just going to line my lips. I do like to overline my bottom lip just a little bit. I feel like it complements my face a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this, not red, we're gonna take this brown liquid lipstick that I got from the hair store. I believe it is the brand Kiss, and it's literally in the color, it's called Oh Boy. I like that. Oh boy. And I'm gonna apply this all over my lips. And then my favorite thing to do when I have a matte lip so that everything kind of just goes on, so I like to dust a little bit of highlighter right across my cupid's bow. Just a little touch right across my cupid's bow. And I feel like that just adds like a nice extra bit of definition to the face. So what I'm gonna do next, because I don't want to wet my hair, I don't want to make my curls fall, I'm just gonna like lay my bonnet across the top of my hair just like that, tuck in my curls, and I'm just gonna apply my setting spray, my Mario Badescu rose water, no, orange blossom and sage water. And I'm going to fan it dry just to make sure you don't dry with any creases, anything like that. I really like this look. It's perfect for the fall if you want to just like doll yourself up a little bit, be a bit more glam. It's nice and glowy. Alright, now that my face is dry, I'm just gonna, again, no lash mishaps, and I'm going to get into my hair. I wrapped my hair up. There actually have been in this these rollers for about 2 days now, so my hair should be nice and rolled out and nice and bouncy. Like look at that curl. She's nice and bouncy. And I did, because I redid my hair. Don't worry you guys, that hair, my favorites for my hair care routine is coming soon, very soon, probably this weekend. And I washed my hair and I redid my U part and I put it in a side part. That's what we love about U parts. They're versatile. You can switch them up. I put 2 on one side because I have a side part and there's more hair that kind of falls to the side of my face. And then 1 on the other side. Simple. Wrap it up. And then what I like to do is I like to take a wide tooth comb and not really like brush the curls out, but just kind of like meld them together and then like separate them with my fingers just to keep them from getting frizzy. So I'm just gonna again make sure I comb my hair down, make sure there is no frizziness, and then I'm gonna separate my hair out. Make sure that I fluff it, give it a little bit of fluff, and like I'm gonna just let y'all in on a little bit of something because I'm done with my open-ended conversation. I hope you guys took my tips well. I do not like baby hairs. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like I have a big forehead and a small forehead at the same time, and baby hair is just never, I feel like it never suited my face. So I let my edges rock out. I let them be free, let them do what they want to do. I might do a little swoop and a little swoop if I'm feeling fancy, but I've never been a big baby hairs person, and that's just like our personal preference and based off what I feel like the shape of my head is. But look at how beautiful those curls came out with no heat, no extra. And you guys, that's the look. So again, if you liked this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I can't wait to show you guys my vlog this weekend, my hair care faves and stuff like that. So again, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But again, if I could just bring one call to action to bring more optimism, more positivity in your life, make sure that you see the positive in the little things. Don't overwork yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Go at your own pace. Remember that life is a marathon, not a race. Don't let yourself get pessimistic. Don't let yourself get this droll outlook on life. Make sure that you take that personal self-inventory and bring yourself into that optimistic Olivia standpoint, like how I was today. Because I mean, I look good. Like, this look good. But again, positive affirmations. Make sure you literally look yourself in the mirror and be like, girl, you look good today. Or whoever you are, male, female, however you choose to identify, you look good today. You look good. Just make sure that you take the positive to every perceived negative, and that will build you so much positivity and optimism into your life. Build your self-esteem. Be comfortable with all aspects of yourself, whether you're glammed up like me right now with a full smoky eye and a matte lip, or you just rolled out of bed, you took your hair scarf off. Your hair is not all uneven or anything like that, but like, even if your hair is uneven, there is beauty in yourself, because it's more about the content of your character. It's not about the outside shell of yourself. It's about what's inside, what's in your heart, what your true intentions are with your life, and what your goals and what you plan to do, and how you plan to be a giving, thoughtful, kind person in society. And lastly, remember to just be kind to yourself, be kind to other people. That builds self-esteem. Believe it or not, that builds self-esteem. Just making sure that your character is clean, your aura is clean, bright, thankful, and that's just gonna bring you so much peace and positivity in your life. So once again, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Editing Maya, but